What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and it's finally here. We've finally got our hands on Doom Eternal. Now I'm going to do something slightly different. Basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to review this game as from my eyes. So this is just my opinion, but if it sways anybody to buy it or not to buy it, then that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so this will be a review of Doom Eternal in about 5 minutes or so. So please enjoy, and if you do, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you on the other side. So guys, after a dismal start to the year for new releases and games in general, Bethesda and ID Software issued the industry with what can only be described as possibly the firmest kick up the ass in a while. So basically in 2016, Bethesda bestowed upon us possibly one of the greatest first-person shooters of the decade with Doom 2016. Now, that's just my opinion. I personally think the game was mind-blowing because in my eyes it put all first-person shooters to shame with its fast-paced ultra-violence, making you feel like a completely unstoppable killing machine. That when we finished the game, we were kind of left wondering, what's next? What do we do? What game do we play? Where do we go? Now, jump to March 2020, and we're being delivered another installment with Doom Eternal. Now, when this was first announced, I was a bit skeptical about the whole thing, I won't lie to you. You're sort of left wondering, how do they raise the bar on what was already an epic game? But then thankfully at E3 they dropped the trailer, and yeah, it was safe to say my mind was blown, and I am happy to report that this blows the 2016 version away and some. So now I've said it blows it away, so you're probably wondering, should we be excited for this, or am I just hyping it up because I'm a bit of a Doom nerd? Thankfully, I would say yes, you should be excited, because much like the 2016 installment, this again is fast-paced, action-heavy, that has a super addictive quality of just being in your face constantly. Like, you have very, very little downtime. Like the earlier entry now, the Doomslayer, he's as talkative as ever. Basically, there's no words that come out of him. Now, what we do get though, we do see his face. Now, to my recollection, we don't see his face at all. So, to actually see him is pretty beast, and he looks pretty badass, to be fair. But, that aside, when you're slaughtering hordes of demons and using a wide variety of devastating weapons to great effect, it doesn't really matter whether he has 2 words to say or not, like, because we're not expecting him to, we just want to blow shit up. Although now and again you do come across some characters that just sort of go off on one and just start randomly talking about stuff, which, to be fair, can be a bit annoying because I'm not really following the story, to be fair. I mean, there is loads of stuff in there about the lore and that, which obviously for anybody that really wants to delve deep into it can certainly pick up all like the wee codex things, and you'll find them no problem. But yeah, so sometimes you'll get people just randomly talking to you for you to utterly just pulverize them in like 5 minutes, you know, after them spouting off all this nonsense. And also along with that, I mean, there's times where the game will throw certain names at you and events that have happened. To be fair, like I say, it did kind of confuse me a little bit, to the point where I'm not really fussed. I just want to run around and, like I say, blow stuff up. But with the campaign as well, you're talking about it clocking in around the 15 to 20 hour mark. It'll probably be 20 hours more if you're like me and want to get all the collectibles. I mean, it's probably going to take me a couple of runs to get it done completely. But back to the storytelling, doesn't really bother me too much. I just want to run about, shoot some demons, Wait till they flash up and then glory kill them. Constantly rocking out to just the badass soundtrack that we have going on. Now, one thing the game does pretty well, usually whenever you enter a room, they just start attacking you, but you do get it sometimes whenever you damage them enough that they start to move away from you, which kind of gives them a sense of dread that they know in a way that you're just there and you're pretty much just going to smash them up, you know. Even along with the narrative that links the levels and set pieces together, I just don't think Doom's going to win any awards for storytelling, put it that way. I don't want to spoil it too much, but basically the story revolves around Hell invading Earth, since in the 2016 version we invaded Hell, technically. However, the quest now to take those behind the invasion down is without a doubt superbly entertaining. If you're interested, as I say, there's plenty of codexes and that discovered, like there was in the first game, which I'll fill you in rightly. Now, playing the game, I'm playing it on the PS4 Pro in 4K as well, and it runs pretty good at around 60 frames. Little issue maintaining the smooth consistency. You can see it being played obviously in the background of this. The only time I ever found the game sort of struggling to keep up a little bit is during like massive gunfights, when I'm pumping rockets out and the plasma rifles out and you're just blasting fools, and the game sort of struggles a wee bit to keep up. But all that aside, very little issues in frame rate and gameplay wise, which nowadays is very, very surprising that we've actually been given a reliable title when the dust all settles looking at it. The fact that ID Software and Bethesda have managed to launch a AAA title with no major glitches or bugs that I've seen at the minute is quite astounding, because nowadays we just sort of expect it. I mean, you look at the likes of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, it was littered with bugs, and they've went back to basics and they're basically rebooting that game. A FIFA 20, you know, I mean, you can go on and on and on. There's plenty of stuff out there that have just released just for the sake of getting the game out, whereas this, I mean, I've yet to come across anything, which is mind-boggling these days. Now, with the multiplayer in the game as well, it's called Battle Mode. Now, since the game's launched, all of 12 hours ago or whatever it is, I haven't spent too much time on the multiplayer. I didn't really either in the 2016 version. One thing they have changed is it's called Battle Mode now, which puts you in like 2v1 scenarios. So like 2 people are demons and you're fighting then one Doomslayer. I just don't think, like, again, as I say, this is all my opinion, I just don't think a game like Doom needs a multiplayer when we have so many nowadays. You know, I just don't think it's needed. I think they've just put it in for the sake of putting it in, to be honest with you. But the idea of playing as a demon does interest me a little bit, so I think that could be a pretty cool addition, you know. So basically, as I say, I apologise if I've like stumbled across my words or anything like that. This is the first sort of type of video I'm doing of this. If it does okay, I have another one planned for Resident Evil 3. So we'll see how it goes, but I appreciate any of the support you guys show on it. But in conclusion, for everybody that really wants to get to the nitty gritty of it, for me, Doom Eternal, it delivers. Possibly, again, as I say, one of the best first-person shooter campaigns in recent memory, apart from the likes of Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare was outstanding. Just the way this game puts together fast-paced, sensational action, just makes for a single-player experience that should and probably will go down as one of the PS4's best, since we're coming to the end of the life cycle and waiting for the PS5. So yeah, I mean, alongside the smooth frame rate, and the feeling of the weapons, like they feel like they are actually doing the damage that they are. So that's pretty good. Like, again, as I say, ID Software and Bethesda have truly outdone themselves this time, I think. As I say, you sort of wonder how they can make a good game better, but this is just blown it out of the water, like, you know. So just, again, in short, sorry for rambling on, I think Doom Eternal is absolutely superb, and I really hope, if you guys pick it up, that you all enjoy it as much as I have. So yeah, that's a review. I said about 5 minutes, but we've been on about 10 or so. I apologise again. But yeah, I mean, what I just thought I'd add a wee bit extra in. If they remade Duke Nukem with this engine, I'm sorry, but that would be the best game ever. I'm just putting it out there, because we were talking about it when I'm streaming. And I stream on Twitch, by the way, if anybody wants to follow me. Just shameless plug. But yeah, if they remade Duke Nukem in this this engine, they could just take my money. I don't even care. Just take it. But for now, guys, that's it. That's my review of Doom Eternal. I hope if you pick it up, let me know what you think. Drop a wee comment, let me know, and we can discuss it a little bit further if you want. If not, appreciate the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe as well, and I will catch you in the next one.